So hello, Alex. I'm
Hi.
so happy to have you on here today because I know we've been floating in each other's groups for a while. Tell everyone about your group and what you do before we start.
Hi, I'm Alex, Alex Standley. I'm a personal stylist and my business is called Lux Leopard Lifestyle. And my Facebook group or community is all focused around helping women to achieve kind of reigniting their confidence through their style, but with a real focus on sustainability, because it's something that I'm super passionate about in helping other women to kind of reduce their impact on the planet and just become kind of more conscious consumers. But we have an awful lot of fun over there because it's really nice. It's a really nice vibe in terms of everybody's really supportive of each other, and people come in and share their outfits and we do challenges and that kind of thing. So it's
Had a challenge coming up, haven't you? I
yes,
don't
we
know if
have.
this will be out in time, I'm sure, but just to give you an example of the sort of thing that you do, because as soon as I don't know how I found you. I don't know how I was in you.
No, I can't remember.
Well, I think it was the charity shop thing when you were talking about that. It kind of just my ears pricked up because I love
Mm,
a reach around a charity shop.
yeah.
And then I think you started selling, you had a reel and you were sharing some items, pre-loved stuff. And I just thought,
Mhm.
what a really good idea. How cool is this? So tell
Yeah.
us about the challenge. I'm excited to get involved in that this week.
Yeah, so I'm kind of piggybacking on the back of the charity shop gift card, which I don't know if you've come across it before, but it's an amazing concept where it's basically, similar to a gift card that you might get on the high street for a high street retailer, but you can go and spend it in charity shops instead of kind of traditional retailers. And they came up with this concept for around London Fashion Week, which is happening sort of over this weekend, to do like an anti newness or like high fashion week, all focused around, they've called it thrifted fashion week. So it's all focused around trying to help you to think outside the box with your wardrobe and celebrate like the thrifted items that you've got in your wardrobe, so stuff that you've bought secondhand or from charity shops or that kind of thing. So there's different themes every day, and in my Facebook group I'm going to be talking all about each theme and kind of suggesting some ideas and sharing some inspiration around those themes. So like one of them, for example, is print and pattern clash, which is one of my favorites. So I've got loads. Yeah. I've got loads of inspo on that. I've done a challenge in my group before just around that subject. So yeah, there's loads
Encourage
going.
us to be braver, don't you? Encourage us to be a little bit more, I don't know, just out there. I know
Yeah.
I bought a red coat off you and I had it in the wardrobe for a while and I was thinking, oh, I'm going to have to sell it on. I tried it on a few times and it was just, although I might seem a little bit wacky with my hair, and it's still like I have to feel like I had to be brave. I had to build myself up to wear it, which seems crazy.
Yeah.
That I did. I was only going to the bakers. I went, which is just down the street. And this lady stopped me in the street and she said, I love what you're wearing. It looks amazing. And I don't know,
Mm.
it was just, it kind of gives other people permission, doesn't it? To
Yeah, definitely.
get bright clothes on and wear your stuff for every day rather than keeping them for special.
Yeah, and that's that I'm hugely passionate about, not saving things for best and, feeling your best and making the most, because I think it's far more than the clothes. It's about the kind of psychological impact that has on you as well. Like if you're not really making that much effort and that doesn't feel good for you, then obviously that impacts your whole day. And especially if you're not very comfortable in something and it's not really very well suited to, your style personality, then it can have such a negative impact on your day and how you show up and everything else. So it's so important.
Of course, I think because you're buying like thrift and it's obviously you're not shelling out as much money, you can nearly be a little bit more out there, can't you? Instead of
Yeah,
just
experiment.
something that you think, oh, it's a bit quirky, will I wear it?
Yeah.
And be a bit braver. And that's probably where a lot of those brand new items end up, isn't it? When people have bought something, then they've regretted it and they've lost the receipt. So they've just
Yeah, definitely.
parody. You can get some bargains, can't you? Get some great stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we're so lucky in the area that I live in. Like the charity shops are just incredible here, and I'm always picking up amazing things that, you know, are nearly new, or you can tell that they've not really been worn very much. And then you obviously get a lot of high street retailers do give their end of season stuff to charities that's new with tags as well. So you get that element of it as well, because I think there is this misconception that it's like all like old people's stuff, and you know, it's not relevant, it's not like trend-led stuff. But I think one of the things that I try and showcase in my group is that actually, you know, I'm very up to date with what all the season's trends are, and I can find all of them in my local charity shop.
Of course, that's it, isn't it? You don't have to, you don't really want a carbon cut out of everyone else either, do you? And that's going to
No.
avoid you know, walking into a party and someone's got the same dress from a high street shop, you know, so you can afford to be a little bit more creative and know that you're not going to turn up with the same head to toe outfit, can't you? Even if you're
Yeah.
mixing and stuff, which I think your group gives you the chance to get ideas from real people. Because
Yeah.
you look through magazines and don't they say something like, would they wear it in Wigan?
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, it's real, you're there, you're sharing things, giving ideas, and some of the stuff you might already have. It's like,
Yeah, definitely.
isn't it, and mixing and matching. Because I know when I mean, my story was I stopped drinking alcohol. My confidence, I would have thought I was confident, but I think I didn't really know myself.
Mm.
Actually more introvert than I thought I was, but I'm very creative. And I love style. I love looking at it, whether it be interior design or
Mm.
clothes and colors, and just finding inspiration everywhere. I think it's
Yeah.
exciting. It's a big part of my personality that I kind of lost when I was drinking.
Yeah.
It was kind of just, it went away almost.
Mm.
And it was, my hair was straight and brown, and I was kind of conforming in my
Yeah.
clothes and my hair and my makeup. And when I stopped drinking and lockdown came, and my grey hair embraced me curls,
I
and it
love it.
changed my makeup first
Mm.
because I wore didn't suit. And then obviously having brown hair, the clothes I would wear. And it's even now, it's been like 4 years or something since I've gone grey. I'm
Mm.
still trying different things, and it's fun. It's
Yeah.
fun.
I think that's the thing as well. Like, you know, getting dressed in the morning shouldn't be a stressful experience. It should be something that brings you joy. And like you said, you can be creative, and you can use it as a creative outlet and have a little bit of fun with it. And you know, that is challenging when you have got young kids and you haven't got very much time to get ready in the morning, but you can still do that, you know, the night before or whatever. You can take and almost investing that time in yourself to feel like, you know, I'm worth thinking about this, like rather than it being like a last minute decision.
Definitely.
That's really nice as well, and it makes you feel good, because it feels like, you know, I am important and I am worthy of spending this time on myself.
Well, that's it, because you've got to wear something, haven't you? It's
Yeah,
not
exactly.
harder.
Go out naked.
No harder, is it? It's just like sorting your stuff out. I think that was the big thing for me. And
Mm,
I don't have a wardrobe still. I've still just got a rail. It's all like color coordinated, a bit better than it used to be.
yeah,
And like a lot of the times I have no idea where I'm going. Like I say, I'll put my bright red coat on to go to the bakers. It's
yeah.
like before I would feel like, oh, I've got a night out and I would plan
Mm,
for this night out. Where now it's just exploring who I am every day instead of just on those nights out.
yeah,
And I mean, obviously my job's different. I've got this top on and I've got
uh,
leggings underneath, like them, you know, thermals, because I'm on Zoom.
yeah.
The job I used to be, you know, taking wallpaper off. I was renovating properties. So it was scruffy clothes, where now it's nice to wear, yeah. It's just making a little bit of effort, isn't it? And you do feel better. The same as like when you've got the lipstick on. So it's something I definitely want to encourage my ladies to do.
Mm,
Time they think that they don't have time. They think they don't have time, but it's just focusing your energy somewhere else, isn't it?
definitely. It's just making the time. I think we're all so guilty of like scrolling social media and losing hours doing that. And all it takes, like once you're clear on, you know, what your colors are and what your style personality is and stuff like that, it makes it all a lot easier. And then it should only take you like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, whatever, to come up with what you're going to wear, and it should be, you know, a positive experience rather than, I think quite often when I speak to clients, you know, going on Instagram and comparing yourself to other people can actually end up being a bit of a negative experience sometimes if you're not feeling too good about yourself.
That's it. So it's about looking at you. I had done some training and it was more about self-esteem, about looking at the beauty inside of yourself. And they
Yeah.
really got you to look in your eyes. But they did it in a way, I mean, there was tears. It was quite an emotional, like, activity. But the reason was to wear your eye colour. So this is very similar to
Yeah.
my.
And it's so it just lifts everything, and it just makes everything, makes your eyes sparkle, like just
Instead of
yeah.
brown or instead of black.
Yeah.
Also talk about matching your hair color and wearing one column in the same. Like, oh, I want to do that. I have no idea where I'm going.
Yeah.
Watch TV, but you're like, I love the idea of that, and they put it across as that you get to choose your feathers. We're the only animal.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't that fabulous? So it's like, what feathers am I going to wear today? Who am I going to be today? It's like it's fun. It's like exploring different parts of your personality. But I think where I got lost, I would get the kick when I bought something new. It wasn't about the kick for wearing it and thinking, oh, now I've got another outfit to go with that thing. You know, like mixing and matching and feeling like my clothes were an asset. It was more like just a reward on the day that I bought them.
Yeah. And so many women are stuck in that cycle because they think,
Built.
yeah, yeah. But a lot of people, I think that it's almost like you said, you get that kind of fix and it makes you feel better for a very short period of time, even sometimes, you know, just in that process of buying it. And then afterwards, you don't really, that joy and that fix doesn't last, because you haven't really addressed, you know, the real things that are going on. And you know, when I work with clients and you really get to grips with like how you want to show up and what you aspire to have with your style, and then working on all the kind of fun things like color and all that kind of stuff, you kind of gradually see people coming to life almost, and like you see these big light bulb moments of like, oh, this is me, like this is like my identity. And
love, I got a truth shiver there when you said that, because that
yeah,
is the beginning of the, it doesn't matter that I'm not the same size as her. It doesn't matter I haven't got that long, straight, beautiful hair. You know, you are the best. You've got your feathers, haven't you? That's how you got to look. And it's about loving yourself enough, and your clothes. These are all they're your secret weapons, aren't they?
Yeah,
Really?
your treasures, I always say.
Rather,
Yeah,
no, I've got nothing to wear. I hate myself. Can you see?
yeah,
It's like so powerful, actually.
yeah,
We
it
wouldn't
is.
think it is, but it is. It's how you choose to show up and accept. And maybe, you know, because of the cost of living, maybe going to a charity shop could mean you can buy a better quality of clothes,
Definitely.
less money.
Definitely. Like I went to the local Oxfam charity shop near me yesterday, and I picked up an amazing cashmere cardigan. And I think full price it would have been, I don't know, £150, something like that. And I got it for 25, I think. And although 25 seems like expensive for a charity shop, for the quality, like you said, you know, I would have had to spend in some places like 5-10 times that amount. So you can get the most incredible things that, and this was, you know, in brand new condition, didn't look like it had been worn.
So even if people are going away for like Easter holidays and staycations, staying local, maybe just going to the next town's charity shop,
Yeah,
having a scour or going somewhere different, because
definitely.
you can get maybe bored with near where you live, but it's exciting to
Yeah,
be a little bit outside of there, isn't it?
definitely.
Like up marketplaces to have a route through what other people, you know, at one point they've obviously exchanged good money for it, but maybe that doesn't fit them anymore, or there's lots of
Yeah,
reasons why people. And also to have a clear out, because that's one of my first steps when you're wanting to change anything in your life. You could start as well with the clear out. I mean, do you have any top tips there? You know, we could say if you've got your bag, take it, pass it on for other people, but
Yeah, definitely.
start.
So I think I've got a blog post on this on my website actually, which will give a lot more detail. But I think one of the biggest things is really setting aside that time to focus on it, because it does take a bit of time. But even if you can't do it all in one sitting, like just having blocks of time where you can come back to it. And I always suggest to my clients to, like, you have got to try stuff on, and although that might feel a bit like, oh, I can't be bothered to do that, it's so worth it, because it's pointless stuff sitting in your wardrobe that no longer serves you. So I always say to kind of work through by section, so you know, do your tops first and then your bottoms and all of that kind of thing, and try it on and make sure, you know, if things don't fit you, can you get them altered, or do they need to go to the charity shop, or can you get a bit of money from Vinted or eBay or that kind of thing, and just having these different piles of clothes. Or maybe you can swap with a friend. That's what some of my clients do. When I did a wardrobe edit recently, the client had a pile of things that were purely to share with her friend that she knows is a similar size to her. So that's another thing that you can do.
Yeah, that's good. My cousin does that. Her weight goes up and down, and every time I see her, she's always got a lot of clothes that don't work anymore for her.
Yeah,
And I'm like, oh.
it's so good if you can find someone that's a similar size to you, because it's like you get, even if you've got like a special occasion or something like that, and you get to go and cherry pick out of someone else's wardrobe, you get that kind of kick of having something new, but without having to go out and spend money. And
That's it, isn't
yeah,
it? You don't have to, it makes the decision less important. I think if
yeah,
you've only got so much money and you know you want something new, it's got to be right. If you're spending hundreds of pounds, isn't it? You've got to get it right. And will you wear it again? Whereas
yeah,
sharing and you're going somewhere and picking up something that's not as expensive, it doesn't matter. You can like let go a bit. I know it's hard though when you've got things, and maybe if you're not a solid, steady weight and you go up
yeah,
and down, that's a problem, isn't it? I know
yeah,
sometimes my jeans, I noticed the other day my legs, my calves and my thighs must be getting a bit wide. I'm not complaining about that because I have got quite skinny legs. But they didn't fit around the waist. So it's
mm.
like sometimes you change, don't you? Women change.
Especially, yeah, especially women, because you know, even at certain points in the month, like, you know, with your cycle or whatever, I always say this to my clients, like, you have got to think about how your body shape changes, because, you know, I've had clients before where their bra size has changed because of, you know, that time of the month by a couple of sizes, because that's how extreme it was for them. So you've got to think about all these things when you're thinking about your wardrobe, and have those items that will work for you at that point in the month. And there are fluctuations, you know, not to do with your cycle, that are to do with health conditions and things like that. So I think everyone experiences that, you know, particularly men not so much, but women definitely. And I think it's good in some ways to have, maybe to move those things out of your wardrobe if you know you're going through a period of time where they don't fit you, and you can fold them away in a box under the bed or that kind of thing. So you just got the things that you know are fitting you at this point in time, and you've got a bit more clarity.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it can feel like you can't see the wood for the trees, and that's when it starts to feel overwhelming, and you start to feel really fed up, and you know, I've got nothing to wear and that kind of thing.
You just
um,
stick to the same old things and feel tatty every day. Yeah, I
yeah,
think we just fall into that rut, don't we? And then all it takes is just
definitely.
today I'm going to put a pair of earrings in, and and then the next day you're thinking about your style, you're adding a belt, and you know,
Yeah,
I notice I care more at a certain time of the month than I do
yeah,
at times of the month, which is totally.
definitely.
It's not every day where I turn up wanting to shine like a little star.
Yeah,
The days you want to hide, and that's perfectly normal, isn't it?
yeah, definitely. And I think, you know, we beat ourselves up a lot as women, and you do just have to accept that there's going to be certain times of the month where you want to be really comfortable, and you know, you might just want to wear leggings. But I think one of the things that I try and help my clients with is, how can you have that comfort element but still feel good and still feel pulled together and all of that kind of thing. And something I've been experimenting with myself over the last sort of 6 months or so is, like you said, like jewelry and stuff like that, because I've got a little one, and she obviously from baby to sort of age 2-ish, like they go through that phase of pulling everything, and I'd got out of the habit. Yeah. And I'd got out of that habit of wearing my jewelry because it was just not worth the pain and her pulling everything off and ruining stuff. But now she's nearly 4, then I'm starting to get the joy back just from simple things like that. And it really does make such a difference. Like just wearing a chunky necklace or, you know, lovely earrings like you've got on can make such a difference to your self-esteem and how you're feeling about yourself.
Honestly, it sounds so simple.
It does.
Makes such a difference. Even another thing that I'll say is like, clear out. If you can't even be thinking about your, you know, your items, your coats, your bags, your shoes, start with your knicker drawer.
Yeah.
There. And then just you make a bag and you just your scarves, you know, there's little items until you that momentum builds up, and then it'll feel fun. You need to just flip that switch and think of it like,
Yeah.
you know, it is fun. This is your armor, isn't it, as well?
Yeah.
We get to turn up as who we want to be, use it. I've got something else I wanted to mention as well, because I purposely didn't want to talk about thinking it's style over 40, right? I don't want to think about that. But I do think that there is an element of like becoming a little bit more graceful and elegant. And, I don't know, it's because of age or a chapter in my life. I just don't want to put a number on it. I would hate to think, right, you're too young to be on this side of the fence, right? So I just think it's about elevating that, isn't it? About
definitely
quality, not quantity.
Yeah.
And you know, thinking about things that like those statement pieces. I want to show you this. I've got 2 items to show you.
Exciting.
I always wanted one of these coats, right? And this was a charity shop buy.
Amazing.
It's Florence and Fred, but it's a really nice.
Is it a trench?
Yes, from Tesco's. Is that F and Co? What is it?
Yeah, Florence and Fred, I think. Yeah.
Because the detail and the stitching and the buttons and stuff.
Looks lovely.
I thought that was nice. I've not worn it yet. It's like a flash Mac.
I
don't know. I'm like a bit shy to wear it, but I've got one now, so I got that.
No, I think they're such great staples.
And what do you think of this? Now I don't know. This is actually, this was in a house of our family. It's a bit of an heirloom.
Oh wow, that's beautiful.
Oh, I'll show you it. And it's got pleats. I've washed it because I was worried.
That's amazing.
And the pleats have still stayed.
I love the colour.
Edging around the hands and around the neck.
Is it vintage?
Yes, I'm going to show you the label. I don't know from which era though it would be. I don't know how I would even find out.
Normally you can just Google the brand and often it comes up as, it will give you a bit more information.
I love the cut of it, but I tell you, I don't like the material. I don't think I could wear it for very long. It's quite a scratchy, thick.
That's
a few different things, and I just snatched that one and thought, well,
beautiful.
That
is the only problem with vintage. I think sometimes and with new fashion as well, but the fabrics can be a bit like, a lot of it's polyester or you know, things that aren't quite so comfortable on your skin.
But I thought, oh well, I'll grab that and I'll try that and see what I think. But maybe with a belt. I had a belt as well around.
Yeah, nice.
Quite nice. But I'll share them with you. And one other thing that I wanted to mention was, not 2 things. I wanted to say weight loss, and then to tell you quickly about my experience, because I know I spoke to you just before I went to London for my photo shoot. Share with you about that. But the other thing was I've lost a lot of weight, and I wanted to say this because a lot of the time when I was heavier, I would wear like little mini skirts and dresses and feel quite cute. And I know we talked about this the last time. And since I've lost weight, I feel like I've lost that. So I think that's again something with maybe it's the age, but also because I'm slimmer, and maybe grey short hair or something. It's like my whole style doesn't work anymore. When I used to wear those little short skirts with thick tights, it doesn't work anymore. It's like it's changed, and I don't know, is that the age? Is that just my style changing? Is that normal when people lost weight that they don't feel they want to show their legs? When I was bigger, I couldn't wait to lose weight.
Yeah, I know. And the grass is always greener on the other side, isn't it? No, I think your style does definitely evolve. Not just with age, but like you say, if things change with your weight, or if things change with your lifestyle and that kind of thing, then it can feel like, yeah, something doesn't quite work anymore. It doesn't quite suit you anymore. And I think it's just about finding out what your style is now, and kind of what does make you tick, and how you pull that together.
Imagine how overwhelming and it would feel, because I felt like I knew who I was. I knew what me, and then all of a sudden I wasn't sure anymore. So I think it is really good to get maybe in your groups, and in time, work with you one-to-one. That's the dream of mine. You're on my vision board, Alex.
I love that.
It's like that. It would be fun to have someone to maybe push you out of that comfort zone.
Definitely.
Things to you that you maybe wouldn't even think of yourself.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like something that of the rich and famous, doesn't it? Having a person, oh, that's my personal stylist.
Yeah, a lot of people think of it in that way, but it's really not.
But in some ways, you could think of it as you could save people lots of money. I mean, is that part of your selling spiel, that you're saving people money, really?
Yeah. It's something I talk about a lot, because I think, like you said, there's this misconception that, I couldn't possibly work with a personal stylist because I'm not a celebrity or whatever. But actually, I've worked it out with some of my clients before, because I was doing a bit of research as to, what was your experience of working with me, and how much money do you think you saved from getting clearer on who you are, and kind of what your style personality is, and what your colors are, because you're not going out and needlessly buying things to kind of fill that void anymore, but you're also, what colors suit you and what shapes suit your body shape, so you're not making mistakes either, so you're not spending money on those things either. And then the third element of the money saving is like I was saying about pre-loved, like how much do you save off of RRP when you buy secondhand? And with one of my clients, we worked out it was like £6,000 a year that she saved, and she's not like really wealthy or anything like that, but it all very quickly adds up when you're going out shopping every week or that kind of thing.
Buying things because you're not happy with how it's not like you're buying something and it's what you've really wanted, because there is that as well. If there is something you really wanted to have, like, we're not saying don't ever buy anything new again.
No.
But it's no, I think it's really interesting. It's definitely something that would never have been, and like in my mind, it wouldn't have been anything that I would have thought was for me.
Definitely.
I mean, but how I've started making my dreams come true, as you can see, I have my book here.
I love that.
And obviously my story is about like the alcohol. And I'm a girl, like my book is called So Much More Than Sober. There's more to me than that, right? And it's what I've picked up when I've put the bottle down, if that makes sense. And like embracing the real me and who I am. And obviously going for this hairstyle, I get a lot of attention from my hair, and I put myself forward. And it was chosen to be in a feature for a magazine which is coming out on the 1st of March. So I mean, I'm excited to get this out for people to join your challenge as well. So I won't sit on it. But on the 1st of March, the Prima magazine is featuring yours truly in a looking good, feeling good over 40s feature. And although they're focusing on my hair, the message underlying that is about, when I gave up alcohol, it was all about, I'm not going to say that it massively improved my life, because I wasn't rock bottom. It changed my life. That's what it did. I had a happy life. I could have continued with that life.
Yeah.
Just changing that one thing has opened the doors to so much more.
Yeah.
And embracing my hair, like putting myself forward for things like that.
Yeah.
And this particular opportunity, I went to London and had a photo shoot, and there was a personal stylist there, and they had a massive row of all these clothes. They asked me beforehand to pretend shop, so I sent them loads of
Amazing.
links to things. Like, they didn't say pretend shop that you're going, you know, anywhere. They just left
Yeah.
it to me. So I was like, what? I mean, I was ready for that, to be honest.
Yeah.
I was thinking, what are they going to put me in that asked my sizes before Christmas?
Mm,
And so I was thinking, oh my goodness, what are they going to choose for me? And I was looking at what is the readership. I bought the Prima magazine. I was reading it, thinking, who are they going to make me look like? Well, of course,
yeah, definitely.
they wanted me to be comfortable. Of course, they did. It
Mm,
was just so much fun to go and have, like, obviously hair and makeup. And
I bet.
I tried on loads of different clothes, and the things that they photographed me in, I would never have even, I would have walked straight past all of it.
Yeah, it's so true.
It up. Um, but I found it was fantastic. And you know,
That's
it's like that little girl in me. I want to be a model. And
yeah.
you know that song, she's a model and she's looking good. I'm all the way on the train, really excited. And it was just out of this world. They had jazz music on in the background and the
Amazing.
and oh,
It sounds like such an amazing experience.
this isn't my life. This is who I want to be.
Yeah.
So they paid my train ticket, but you never know. Now I've got some brilliant shots, and I've got some little bit of experience. I'll be putting myself forward even harder now.
Will you get the photos? Like, can you
Said
have
afterwards,
them?
they'll let me have them. And the really nice touch was I took my boy, I home educate my two boys, and my oldest, who's 12, came with me.
Oh, that's so nice.
He took loads of behind the scenes pictures. And I expected him to do a few, but I was blown away with how much, like, he took videos for 3 minutes of
Oh,
outfit and stuff. Like, he really did, you know, a lot for us when I think he's only 12.
yeah, that's so nice.
At the end, the photographer was saying, I don't know how much he's took in. And I went, oh, I think he's been a good sport. And she went, let's see. And she went, come on, you come and have your photo taken with your mom. And he went, okay. And he just got up, he came over. And I think she thought he would say, no way, you know, but he didn't. He came over, and I was so pleased. I had my cousin, I sent her a picture of it, and she went, did he get styled as well? But I had styled him.
Oh, I love that.
Check his shirt on and his hoodie over the top and stuff. He looked lush. So
Oh,
got them pictures as well.
that's really
I'm
special.
going to use them in the magazine.
Mm,
But I mean, I couldn't have even set that up to be somewhere with hair and makeup and
yeah,
all of that in this beautiful photo studio in Shoreditch in London. It was amazing. Uh,
that sounds amazing.
so yes, it was. It was fantastic. I loved every minute of it. So if you
I
hear
love the
else, if you hear of any opportunity, sure, I would love to do one of them.
I'm organizing some stuff like that here, but you're not close enough to me, really, are
I
you?
come if I had.
Or would you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to have you as a model on the catwalk.
Listen, that would be my dream come true. I would be there. I'd be the first one there. I would. I'd be nervous. My palms are sweaty already thinking about it. But I think I would like to go down like Mother of the Bride. Like, it's almost like I want to wear the things. It's not bridal. I don't know that it's bridal, but it's like
Mm,
I want I want to be like, yeah, or top end sustainable fashion.
yeah, that would be amazing.
It's luxury high end or
Mm,
vintage or something. It's something
yeah,
with a bit of heart or something.
definitely.
Or brand new fashion designers or somebody, I don't know, somebody who cuts two dresses up and sticks them together or something.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just unfolding, and I know that it's all about proximity and putting myself in the right place. And if
Definitely.
it's connected to what I do and what I love, and it's going to inspire other women, like I'm all over.
Mm.
So put me down.
Oh, well, I'll have to let you know once I've got my event sorted for the summer because I'm hoping to do like a sustainable catwalk at a venue in St Albans. So I'll have to let you know.
Give us plenty notice. Yes, I think it's just being excited about being around. But you know what I think I loved about it? That everyone was doing their best. Like the
Yeah.
photographer was turning up with her best skills, the makeup artist,
Mm,
the stylist had brought her best skills, and
yeah.
that just felt like, wow, it wasn't just about me.
Mm,
You know what I mean? I was there giving the best that I had, but everybody putting that attention on me. And I know that might sound a bit, I don't know. I don't think I'll ever get tired of it.
that's
Maybe
such a special experience though, isn't it? And I can imagine you were like, oh, I could do this every day.
I can show this. I don't know if if I might even cut this bit off. But look at this man. I'm about 9, dressed as Madonna.
Amazing.
So it's kind of like that. I'm going back to her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just having fun.
Yeah, just having fun with it.
I do. I love it. So thank you. Thank you for inspiring me, and thank you for everything that you do, because
Oh,
honestly,
thank you.
it's eye-opening to think about this, the charity shop, the sustainable fashion, the thrift
Mm,
stores, and just to inspire other people. I think it's important that people aren't sitting thinking, oh, that's for other people.
definitely.
It's nice to see, oh, this, I got it for £3.
Yeah. Definitely.
So we'll see in the group, and I'll get this pulled together, and we'll get it. I'll attach it to my blog post when I do my reveal of my magazine, and I get my hands
Oh,
great,
exciting.
because I'm excited to share them with the world, because I love
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to see it.
it. Thank you, Alex.